Good everyone, it's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be taking a look at the Nike Jaw 1 Zombie. Alright, so starting off with the Nike Jaw 1 Zombie. As you can see here, they kind of have this neon green throughout the upper and outsole. Starting at the bottom of the shoe, you do have this multi-directional traction pattern. How these perform on court is amazing. I do have a full performance review of the Nike Jaw 1. I will link down in the description, but this traction pattern is tried and true on clean courts or dirty courts. It doesn't matter. This traction does awesome on any court condition. As you can see here towards the back, it does have the Ja Morant logo. Right here on the medial side, it does say Kari for his daughter. And then moving your way up to the midsole, these do have a Phylon midsole, so there is some nice compression as far as the Phylon midsole goes. In the forefoot, you have a really small kind of stick of gum Zoom airbag right under your forefoot. It does offer a nice spring under the forefoot or the ball of your foot, but it's nothing amazing. It's a pretty cheap setup as far as cushioning goes, but it's nice in the forefoot. In the heel, it is a little bit more dead just with that Phylon compression. Moving your way to this upper, as far as the materials go on this shoe, you do have this screen mesh at the back and this synthetic leather material here at the top. And then you have a mesh material here at the midfoot and at the toe. And it does take some time to break in. It is pretty stiff to start out, but once these are broken in, they fit very nice on foot. And then these panels right here are a synthetic leather material at the midfoot, wrapping around the heel of the shoe, kind of at the base, and then up on the medial side with those perforations, you do have that synthetic leather material. And then it's kind of a leather fuse portion here at the toe for some extra durability and support right at the toe box. And then the tongue on this guy is kind of a mesh material wrapping up the tongue with some more synthetic leather right here at the top with that Ja Morant logo. And why they're calling these Zombie, as you can see, there's a bunch of scratches on this swoosh that does wrap around. And then at the back of the shoe, you do have these hands kind of coming out the back of the shoe. At least that's what it looks like. And then on the medial side, on the left shoe, you do have some kind of like hands grabbing the swoosh. So that's the left shoe. Really quickly, the right shoe, on the lateral side of the right shoe, some more scratches. And then on the inside again, a couple more zombie hands and all the scratch marks. And the way the back of these shoes do differ a little bit. The left one does say 12. The right one does have a red swoosh. The back of the shoe does say Morant Midnight Series. So definitely some nice details on the Nike Zoom Jaw 1 Zombie Edition for Halloween. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments as far as Halloween shoes. I know Nike hasn't done a ton of basketball Nike Halloween shoes in the past couple of years. I do know, I think it was Adidas did the Harden Volume 7. Those look amazing. I will throw a picture up on the screen of those. I do think those are one of the best Halloween basketball shoes in recent memory, but these aren't bad as well. I do like the overall colorway on these guys. The midsole on these guys also are kind of like a light brown, and then the swoosh and the back panel and the liner is almost like an army green here on the Nike Jaw 1. Overall, performance-wise, the traction on these, like I mentioned already, are amazing. The cushion is kind of subpar in my opinion. It's just that Phylon midsole with the zoom bag in the forefoot. The overall support on the shoe is actually really nice. They do have a small shank plate right in the middle. It's a TPU-based one. In the heel, you have a very rigid heel counter. And then you do have these leather wrap portions on the lateral and on the medial side. So when you really crank those laces down, these wrap around your foot, and on those hard lateral cuts, you will be covered here in the Nike Jaw 1. And then at the bottom of the shoe, you have a very wide and stable base here in the forefoot, and it does kind of flare out here as well. So overall, the support, the traction, materials are decent. Cushion, again, a little bit lackluster, but for 145 Canadian dollars, you really can't go wrong. But as far as the price point on these guys right here, the Zombie Edition, I believe they were 170 Canadian, which is like 130 or 135 USD. So they are raising the prices on the Jaw 1s Initially, I believe they were 110 and 145 Canadian, but they have raised the prices on this special edition Halloween one. So prices are getting a little bit more expensive with these Nike basketball shoes. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the Nike Jaw 1. Have you played in them? What do you guys think of them on court? For that $145 price tag, if you can still get them for that, I do think they are a very viable basketball shoe, especially for young hoopers and parents that don't want to break the bank. But I have noticed last year, I believe, earlier in the year, I did get the blue pair for $145, and then a lot of the newer colorways are $160 Canadian, and then these were $170. So Nike is slowly raising all of their prices, which I think is extremely whack because they're really changing nothing with this shoe other than just kind of changing the swoosh and adding a different print at the back of the shoe. So I do think if they kept the price point at $145, you will sell through a lot more of these Nike Jaw 1s. But these sold pretty quickly right here. I don't really see many sizes online anymore. I did pick these up last week when they did release, and they did come in pretty quickly from Foot Locker Canada. So overall, a pretty cool looking basketball shoe. A couple more details. You have, I believe, his initials right here on the toe box. The bottom, you have the Jaw logo. On the tongue, on the left shoe, you have a brown Jaw logo, and then on the right shoe, you have a red one right here. The swooshes are more or less the exact same. You've got his daughter's name, Kari, on the medial side, like I already mentioned. But overall, some really cool details. The padding on this shoe as well at the heel is very nice and thick. So as far as the performance aspects of this basketball shoe right here, one thing I will mention is as far as the sizing goes, I went true to size with a size 10.5, and it's a very snug fit. My toe is basically right at the end of the shoe. The width isn't too narrow in my opinion, but the length is like just perfect for a size 10.5. So if you are a wide footer and you want a little bit more room, I would say go up half a size. If you have more of a regular foot, I think if you go true to size, you will be good to go in the Nike Jaw 1. So that's going to do it for today's video on the Nike Jaw 1 in the zombie colorway. Let me know what you guys think of these down in the comments. Did you guys pick these up? Have you guys hooped in the Nike Jaw 1 in general? And what do you think of this basketball shoe? I am already looking forward to his second signature shoe because although this was a pretty decent basketball shoe, I do think they can change a few things, especially the cushioning, to offer a better balanced cushioning system in the Ja Morant line. So again, let me know down in the comments what you guys think of these. But that's going to do it for today's video. As always, thanks for watching today's video. And if you guys can check out my Instagram over at Sneaker Tech Talk, it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. As always, thanks for watching today's video. And until next time, peace.